Hello, today we're in an area called St Kilda. Funnily enough, Spanian just did a video about this area, but we were planning to come here this week anyway. So we got a couple of backpacks, Callan's holding one as well. Here we go. So we do these backpacks. This is a extra large, or I've got a large one. What would you prefer? Yeah, too easy. There's like snacks and stuff like that in there. There's a couple of lollies and socks and jocks and deodorant and everything like that. The only other thing I say is like, look, I'll buy you whatever you want for lunch. I've got a car here so I can go and drive and get it for you if you want Macca's, you want cafe, anything.
That's awesome, thank you.
Yeah, no worries, man.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, Macca's in there.
Macca's too easy, mate. So I'm from New South Wales, right?
Yeah.
And New South Wales being on the street, I spent a bit of time on the street myself when I was a little younger.
Yeah.
And New South Wales actually has like a pretty good setup of trying to get off the street. What is Victoria like?
It's pretty bad. Yeah,
Pretty
there's
bad?
only one place here that can help us
Okay,
in the city, and that they handball us off to someone else
okay.
that can't help us that much. I've been in the loop for like since 2015.
Yeah,
I
okay.
haven't been able to get anything, but the only thing I've had is like staying with my drug dealer. So it's like it's not ideal because then I use too much drugs.
Yeah, of course, yeah. And then you're stuck in a cycle, right?
Stuck in a cycle.
So I play video games for a living. It's a bit of a weird one, but I've got a bit of a platform on the internet. What do you think I could do to help outside of just like giving backpacks away and stuff like that? Because I know there are a lot of organisations that try and help. A lot of people that I speak to say they need help trying to get ID and stuff like that.
Man, that is the biggest one because all our IDs get stolen.
Yep.
Phones too, mobile phones, contacting like
Yep.
family and that.
Okay.
A lot of us lose our phones and,
Yep.
and they get stolen, of course, when we're asleep.
That was a big one in New South Wales as well. It's
Yeah,
like you got to look after yourself, you got to defend yourself. I think it's a big thing that people don't realise on the street is like you think everyone's together and it should be, right? You know, everyone should look after each other, but then you fall asleep and someone steals your phone, you got to defend yourself, and
But it
it's
never used to be like that. But now it's like the homeless are stealing from the homeless. So it's like it's harder. It's getting harder to trust people.
Yeah. Yeah, and I've heard drugs are pretty bad down here, and that's something that I've noticed as well. It's pretty wild to see how bad the drug use is here for me.
Yeah, over the last 2 years, it's just
skyrocketed. Yeah.
They're hurting people and they're hurting themselves and they're dying and stuff.
That's it. Yeah. All right, matey. Well, look, I'll go and get you some Macca's, brother. I'll be back in a couple of minutes. All right, see you soon. All right, so we're just on our way to McDonald's, but the conversation with that guy was really good. So I think one thing that I'm going to try and look into is maybe I can take a day out of the week to try and look at what I can do more in order to, one, maybe cheap prepaid phones. The problem is I know it's hard because you have to register under your name and stuff like that. So I wonder if there's an option within Australia to not have to register. The second thing is looking at what services or what I can do to help people get ID, because that seems to be a reoccurring one. ID seems to be a huge issue. What can I do as a medium to maybe take a person out and try and get them ID? The problem is that I did the same thing when I was young. It was super hard. So my parents went to prison when I was 14. My mum, my stepdad went to jail at the same time when I was 14. I had no birth certificate. I had no way to prove who I was. Never saw my mum's marriage certificate, never seen my birth certificate, never saw any of that kind of stuff. So trying to get ID was borderline impossible. So I didn't get ID or any form of ID until I was 18, almost 19. I wonder what we can do more to act as a medium to help people get their ID. If you have any ideas, let me know. So we went and got this guy his Macca's, but I can't see him there anymore. I'm hoping he's just moved to where he's sitting or something. What we're gonna do is we're gonna jump in my car. The problem is the guy had a bike, so he could be anywhere. We're gonna jump in the car, we'll do a little lap of the area. If we see him, we'll give it to him. If not, we'll just have to save it till we get to someone else. I don't really like giving people food that I've pre-bought though. Jump in the car and see what we can do. So we're just gonna do a little lap of the area. Like I said, the only problem is he had a bicycle, so he could be bloody anywhere by now. So we found him. We're driving along and we saw him. Thank God. I would have felt really bad. I lost my park. No. All right, we found him. Yeah, mate, he thought we lost you. I got you a bunch of extra waters and stuff like that as well. I got you a couple of Big Macs, large Big Mac meal, extra one in there for you as well.
Sweet. Thank you very much.
All right, brother. And thank you very much for chatting to us as well, eh? I think we're definitely going to see what I can do as like a medium to try and help people get ID and phones and stuff like that a little bit easier.
Yeah, awesome.
Just do what I can, so. All right, brother. Here we go, all right? Keep your head up. Hey, so this might be the intro to this video. Lady that we approached in the park at the end said she didn't want to be on camera. I didn't want to wake her up. She was actually sleeping, and she noticed when I put down the backpack and the food that I gave her. At that point, she asked me to go and get her stuff from a chemist called something Sleep or something. Went to the chemist. You'll see the audio where I asked the chemist, "Is this something that people can abuse?" And she said yes. So I didn't really feel comfortable buying it for them, and on that point, when we got back to the lady, she said she didn't want to be on camera anymore. So you'll probably just see the video of me dropping the backpack next to her, and you probably won't see the actual conversation that we had with her, because I will still respect, obviously, that they don't want to be on camera. So just an intro to this video and how it sort of might be filmed a little bit funny. Okay, so we were driving around. We drove through a park that Callan suggested we check out, and there was a dude sleeping. I went and bought a bunch of these, a couple of meat pies, some muffins, some water, Coke, and I got a backpack. And I'm just going to go up and just going to leave it next to him, and we'll be on our way. Pretty simple one for this. I just want to sort of explain what we're doing. We'll go and have a talk to the chemist. Hello, hey. Long story short, I build backpacks and stuff for people that live on the street. And we just gave a backpack to a lady, but she asked me to get her medication called Rest of It. But I don't really like buying medication for people if it's something that they can take a lot of. Is that like a bad one, or is that just? She said it helps us sleep.
It's for sleep.
But is it like, could she take a lot of it and it have bad effects? Because I don't want to buy it for her if that's the case. Okay. Okay, cool. That was my question. All right, not a problem. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so obviously didn't want to record inside the chemist, but yeah, so I'm not really comfortable buying that for this lady. And I'm just going to say to her that, I'm just going to say, look, I can help you out with the backpack. I hope the food and stuff helps. We don't really buy meds or anything. What we do, I'm not here from an organisation or anything like that, and I'll explain that to her. Hopefully it still keeps her happy. We can only do what we can do. So